Hello, friends, and welcome back to TJKidz Super Fun Stories, where imagination becomes reality. Today's adventure is all about a girl named Claire McNair and her hair, her very important hair. And because of the title, I just couldn't help but make it a rhyming story. Something about some story titles just makes me want to rhyme. Is it just me, or do you all agree? Oh boy, here we go. Just in case you didn't know, once I start rhyming, it's hard to stop. Something inside of me just goes pop. No, bad TJ, stop it. Okay, let's just get to the story. So grab a comfy spot, get cozy, and join me for this adventure. How did Claire get this gum in her hair? Good old Claire McNair was unusually obsessed with her beautiful hair. She brushed it each morning with delicate care. She braided it neatly. She styled it just right. She added in sparkles that shimmered in light. She twirled it at school with a dramatic flair. She showed it off proudly to anyone there. In PE, she barely participated at all. What if a strand gets out of place? What if I fall? Her classmates all knew her as Claire with the hair, and Claire loved the title. She thought it was fair. She cared for her hair more than kindness or play, and nothing could mess with her hair's perfect sway. But one afternoon, on the long bus ride home, Claire sat in the front row, admiring her comb. Behind her sat Bobby, nicknamed Bobby Bubble, a boy who loved gum and was always in trouble. He blew the biggest bubble the bus had ever seen, round as a planet and glossy and green. It grew bigger and bolder and stretched toward Claire's hair, while Claire kept on twirling, completely unaware. The bubble grew bigger, too big to contain, and pop! It burst over Claire's head and fell like rain. The gum shot with surprising speed, and Claire's twirling hair took a direct hit indeed. It wrapped in her curls like a sticky green snare. But Claire didn't notice. She just flipped her hair. But before Bobby Bubble could warn her or shout, the bus reached her stop and Claire hurried out. She strutted toward home with her usual flair, but something felt wrong with the swing of her hair. She tried her big twirl as proudly she stood, but the twirl didn't twirl like it usually would. She tried it again with a sweep and a sway, but her hair didn't flow in its usual way. She reached back slowly, then froze in despair. A sticky disaster was trapped in her hair, and she cried, "How did this gum get stuck in my hair? It's stretchy and sticky and shouldn't be there. I brushed it this morning with the utmost care. Who would do something so terribly unfair?" She stomped through the door with a dramatic glare. "Mom, something awful has happened out there." Mom hurried over and studied the mess. "Oh, Claire, this is worse than the stain that ruined your dress." She worked at the gum with some cubes of ice. She tried peanut butter. She tried it twice. She tried olive oil and a warm soapy soak. But the gum only spread as the strands slowly broke. Claire paced around wildly. "This isn't okay. My hair is my life. Now it's ruined today." Mom took a deep breath. Sweetheart, now have no fear. I have to cut it. That much is clear. Claire gasped so loudly the neighbors could hear. Cut it, my hair. Oh no, don't come near. But nothing was working. The gum wouldn't move. Mom lifted the scissors. Claire whispered, I do not approve. A snip, then another, then one final slice. Claire stared at the mirror. This isn't nice. Her long flowing hair was now short, light, and new, a style she'd never imagined she'd do. She hid in her room for the rest of the night, too angry to talk. She just didn't feel right. Her hair, her identity, gone in one day. Oh, how she wished it would all go away. Morning arrived in its usual way, and oh, how Claire wished she could skip the whole day. She walked into school with her head hanging low, dreaming her hair would decide to regrow. No twirling, no sparkles, no dramatic flair, just Claire in the school, but with very short hair. But then, Claire, your hair looks awesome today. It suits you so well. It's stylish. Hooray! Kids gathered around her with smiles so wide, and Claire felt a warmth she couldn't quite hide. No one had noticed her much before now, but suddenly everyone wanted to know how. She got such a haircut, so bold and so new. Claire was so happy. Could this really be true? She joined in at recess. She ran in PE. She played all the games she once watched from the tree. She jumped and she laughed without worry or care, not thinking at all about the strands of her hair. She made a new friend who loved drawing and art. She helped a shy classmate who sat far apart. She realized that kindness felt better than flair, and life was much bigger than perfecting hair. Later that week, Bobby Bubble walked near, with a pack of gum tucked behind his ear. He shuffled his feet as he came up to Claire. I need to tell you something about your hair. Claire gave a curious look. What is it, Bobby? He gulped. It was me. Well, kind of. Probably. My bubble exploded. It flew through the air. It went so quickly and landed right in your hair. I tried to warn you, but you rushed off in a hurry. I'm really, really sorry. I've been so full of worry. Claire looked at Bobby, his nervous small stance, and felt something new she hadn't felt in the past. It's okay, she said gently. I like my hair now. It's lighter, it's fun, and it works somehow. Bobby smiled. Really? Then want some gum? He held out a piece with his fingers and thumb. Claire laughed. Sure, why not? I'm not scared anymore. She popped it in quickly and walked out the door. On her way home, she chewed with delight, her short hair bouncing and feeling just right. She aimed for the trash can to spit out her gum, but it banged off the rim like a bouncy drum. It flipped through the air like a ball full of dread and landed, of all places, right on Claire's head. She kept walking home without knowing it's there, until something felt sticky on top of her hair. She reached up slowly, then let out a shout. But this time her voice had a laugh in her pout, and she said, How did this gum get stuck in my hair?
It's stretchy and sticky and shouldn't be there. But last time it happened, life turned out fair. So maybe this isn't a reason for despair.
She ran to her mom with a grin she now wore.
Mom, I did it again, but I'm not upset anymore.
Mom checked the gum with a gentle small stare. Good news, she said softly. We don't need to cut hair. Claire sighed with relief and a confident grin.
I guess I'm okay with a little mess now and then.
She twirled her short hair with a carefree new flair. Not perfect, not flawless, but wonderfully Claire. The end. And that is the end of our story, friends. And wow, what a journey Claire had. One little piece of gum turned her whole world upside down. If that happened to me, I would definitely frown. Wait a minute. What's happening here? Am I rhyming again? I thought I was clear. But don't worry, I've got this. Have no fear. The story is over, the ending is near. I promise you all, I will stop this soon. But it may be hard. I started rhyming at noon. There is one way for me to stop being boring. Just shout out, TJKidz Super Fun Stories. Thank you. All better. Anyway, one thing I learned from today's story is don't start rhyming unless you know you can stop. I'm still working on that. Hey, that reminds me of something else I learned. Sometimes the things that feel like disasters end up helping us grow in the best ways. When we let go of trying to be perfect, we make room for fun, friendship, and kindness. Claire thought her hair was everything, but she found out she was so much more. And that's something we can all remember the next time life gets a little sticky. Well, that's it for today, friends. Thanks for tuning in. See you on the next one. Toodles!